today. It's Madden NFL football. It's week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Play action. Kaiser. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Kaiser, he finds his target. It's Schultz. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
48-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know.
They do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
They go play action now. Jackson being chased out left. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a fielding out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The 40. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Jackson.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. Now they're going to slow him down.
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Slant pass to Bull. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, Bengals.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Kaiser, and that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week. Because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense. defense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
To 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The 6-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Number 42. The tackle made by Miles Jack.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Tucker lining up.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Kaiser under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Lorenzo Carter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Sims. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Ravens push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Kaiser. Quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. Landry looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
Jamal Adams there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Gaskin. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 4.
Now Kaiser. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Kaiser. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Play action. Now Jackson buying time to his left. The throw taken in by Sims. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Justin Tucker to kick.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Deshaun Kaiser making his way out to the huddle. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Kaiser looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Gets him as he's taken down. Maurice Hurst in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Bass set to kick off.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Give him 52 yards on the ground. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Jackson. That's caught by Howard. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. From the 27, Kaiser, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Landry again the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
Third down. And 8 yards to go.
From the gun, Kaiser, and he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
9 yards.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run now with Gaskin. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Kaiser. That's taken in by Higgins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, Kaiser. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
It's been a tough game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. They'll start just past the 20. Here's Jackson. Off play action. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Sims. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds. Right down around the goal line.
First and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw again on 2nd down. Kaiser. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Myles Gaskin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
At the 26-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Gaskin, the ball.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
A gain of 21 yards.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Kaiser. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Landry again, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Yards to go.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. From the red zone now, Kaiser looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. So a tough stop for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long.
There he goes, left side. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, listen.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
Lining up for the extra point.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Kaiser on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Kaiser. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
There'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the 4th. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And a Bengal first down.
Operating from the gun. Kaiser over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Kaiser. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Kaiser yet again. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Kaiser under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught about the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A first down throw for Kaiser. On the right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. From the gun, Kaiser. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Lorenzo Carter. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. The throw over the middle taken in. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback with the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. There's that man again. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Your catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches,
and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed.
Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the sack on 1st down, Kaiser. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the gun, Kaiser. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this returnable for Sims. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's got a man complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
The 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You might meet up with this team again.
There they go, screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're